Hello, everyone. Welcome back. What a beautiful day it is today. We are in the middle of winter season, and the weather is getting really cold. But today, I had to get my exercise in. I had to go out there, get sunlight, breathe in that fresh oxygen around the forest, in the mountains. And I really encourage everyone to, in the cold winter, you gotta really go out there still. Gotta go out there still and, breathe and pray and spend time in your heart space. Just focusing on God and breathing. It's really simple and basic, being healthy. There's 5 things that I always talk about with my students. And those 5 things to keep you healthy and happy is first, you gotta eat the right food, go outside, get enough sunlight, oxygen. You gotta be around loving, supporting, encouraging people as a group. Right? Those 3 things alone. Gotta have God, right? Fellowship with God, spend time in your heart, learn to have group time with community, but also alone time and, alone time with God. So if you have somebody who's sick, take them to the mountain for a few days. That campfire at night, that walk in the morning, and resting in the afternoon, and meditating and praying and eating the healthy food just for like 2-3 days. That alone is gonna make you healthy. It's just so simple. And when you're outside, it just makes you feel so good. You feel that joy in your heart again. And it's not only just going outside. A lot of people don't know how to breathe a certain way to stimulate your brains and your heart and your whole body. You gotta really learn. You gotta really learn about your own body and breathing techniques. I've been talking to you guys about in my channel. Learning to breathe all the way up to your chest. That diaphragmatic breathing from your stomach all the way to your chest, your heart space, and then releasing that toxin out of your mouth. Make sure that you're getting that full oxygen all the way to your brain, and then after a while you hold that, and then your mind will start to stimulate your arms, and your body will start to stimulate. And that's when the healing happens. Your brain wave slows down to the theta wave, and also your arms and leg are tingling. Your whole blood circulation is going through much quicker and flowing smoothly. There's like tremendous benefit in even, breathing, just like I've been talking about, breathing like that, and then, focusing your mind, right? Your mind on your heart where God dwells. And when you are breathing like that and focus at the same time, your heart and your inner eyes are connected, your mind is connected, become one, and then you just, you know, scientifically, basically, you're releasing bliss molecules up to your brain and causing, stimulations like I've been telling you guys about. And nobody's reaching out, wanting to learn that. Just in 5 minutes, you can have focus, more focus, and connection with God because you're giving Him your full attention, right? And if you learn to do that, just rest in Him and just remain there and breathe and then hold, right? I've been telling you about the breath retention. Sometimes it is necessary, in my experience, that breath retention or breath hold after you do a little bit of deep breathing. It is very beneficial, especially when you inhale and then hold for like a few seconds. That's energizing. But if you release it and then hold it, it's more relaxing, right? And so I've been experienced doing these breath work and meditation and prayer, spending time in my heart with God, in the spirit, entering in. You gotta enter in, like I've been telling you guys about, in the spiritual realm through prayer. A lot of people are having experiences, and this has been happening ever since in the ancient times. And so you got to understand the history of this. You got to understand the scientific, basically the science of it, and also physiologically your body. You got to understand your body. You got AI, bro. You got to look up breath work and the benefits of it, and why is it important to do breath retention, and how do you do the chest HRV, heart coherent breathing, all the way up to your heart. You know how to do that, and then see how it's stimulating your mind, what kind of bliss molecules it's releasing: endorphins, serotonin, dopamine. We got oxytocin. We got neurotransmitters that are similar to chemicals that are like plants, and plants that are basically, we got a system in us too that matches these chemical reactions. Basically, through breathing, you can endogenously reach, a level of releasing certain feel-good chemicals into your brain. It's simple, guys. Serotonin outside, people around you. You need oxytocin, love chemical. You gotta eat the right food. You gotta be around nature. You gotta spend time with God. You gotta have basically feeling the electricity inside of you, the divine energy that comes from God through sitting still and being present with God, right? And this is what's missing, guys. This is what's missing. I know it. You guys still don't know how to do it. You better learn and ask somebody, or you better look it up and study it, or you better try it in my channel. Like I said, all the way up to your chest, and then let it out. And then repeat that continuously. It's like a rhythm. Stomach, and then chest, and then out. And then you do that. Okay, you do that. You can do that while you're putting on your music, your hymns, whatever. And you can do that outside, fresh air, better than your stinking room with the dust. And have, like I said, a good space, good energy around the mountains. Get that. Make sure that when you go out there, you have just in the right condition, no worries about anybody looking at you, and just start breathing like that, and then and then feel your body start to kind of like stimulate and, like I said, vibrate, and feel that energy that comes. And I think that this is how people started healing people, because one time help somebody do a simple breath work, and then I kind of held him up, a good posture in his shoulders. And then he said that he felt energy come inside of him because I was, obviously teaching him how to breathe, and I was breathing with him, and I felt electricity all over myself again. And then, he said that a lot of Korean people are Buddhists, and he said that he's a Buddhist, and he never experienced that before in his life, and he's been doing it for 30 years. So, my my speaking here today, coming on live, is just to encourage you guys to, be healthy in your heart, your mind and body, whole as a whole. And then, you're spending time, giving time to God, giving time to nature, giving time to your family. Not being just selfish, just staying in your room like with your phone all day. That's what I'm seeing from everybody, and I'm not doing that. I'm coming out here and getting that fresh oxygen. Like I said, that sunlight is really good. That golden tan, like, man, it's so good. Vitalizing your skin. And I see the opposite though. A lot of people wearing masks and gloves and avoiding the sun, but a little bit of it in moderation, just like everything else, is actually really good for us. Some people avoiding everything totally and completely, like fat, lard, natural oils, or, plants, cannabis plants, and all these things God created has a purpose, and, we can use it for our healing and positive benefits. And so, we go out there, start breathing and experience, and then, deepen your spiritual life, guys. Like I said, I love you guys. Reach out if you guys need any help. I am here for you.